Michael Figured, Conversations.
Do you know, well, you probably know, but do you know what topic your most cited research is on?
I can imagine free will.
Yeah, free will,
Yeah.
indeed, indeed. So where does your fascination from free will come from?
Um,
The, yeah.
so actually, my fascination for free will. It started when I was doing when I was starting my actually before I started my PhD. I um, I did my master thesis during my Erasmus period in UK in Cardiff, where I was involved in a project with individuals with psychopathic traits.
Mhm.
It was a big project from where my supervisor was working on, and I had a small part in it. But the project was on understanding that let's say that the emotional difficulties of criminal individuals who had psychopathic traits. So the goal was to measure these emotional disturbances with the experimental psychology. The question of psychopathy. I don't know if you are familiar with the concept of psychopathy.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. I'm
So
interested in the same and kind of the same topics, but I'm not a researcher, so I just
yeah,
know what I
but
read.
so psychopathy is let's say a personality. Well, they call it personality disorder, but anyway, it's a series of personality traits who make the individual very likely to commit crimes because of lack of empathy, because of lack of a very cold feelings, or even the absence of feelings for others, very high selfishness, very manipulative.
Do you think you know psychopaths in your life? Like,
Yeah, I think I met a few. Yes, yes, yes. Um, So the topic is very much related to the question of free will because in the legal system, so there are some, let's say, mental states or mental or psychological traits that are used as an excuse. So if you commit a crime if you commit a crime and you are a schizophrenic patient, there is some basis to argue that you're not responsible for your own actions. Okay. And this is never the case or it used to be never the case with psychopathic individuals, with individuals with psychopathic traits.
so it was
Imagine the
never an
same.
excuse to, well, if you're a psychopath and you commit a crime, then you're still considered guilty because it's rational behavior on their
Yeah,
part.
because you are considered to be able to understand the reasons why you're behaving. But this, so there is, like very, I'm being extremely synthetic, but we can say that the individuals who commit crimes and who are psychopaths are considered to have free will. Okay, while people with a schizophrenia and or severe forms of schizophrenia, they are not considered to have free will when in the moment they commit a crime. I'm just really being very synthetic.
Yeah,
It's a very complex topic, but this was just
I
to
can
say
imagine.
where my fascination for free will came from. So I started to read into the topics in the legal domain first of how free will was conceptualized, what are the implications in the legal systems and so on. And through that, then I started to do. I even did a an internship in forensic psychology. Was where I was working with forensic experts into assessing and evaluating criminals from a psychological point of view. And that's where I started being interested. And then I read a few neuroscientific articles on the topic of free will, mainly the studies by Benjamin Libet. I don't know if you have ever heard of it.
Nope.
It's a guy who is a professor. He was, I think he passed away, a physiologist who started to investigate, to measure the brain activity and correlate it with our movements. Okay, and his reasoning was, okay, if you can draw two lines where you have a behavior on one side and the brain activity on the other side, you can compare the time of the events in these two lines. Okay, so you can see, for instance, what comes first. If first there is a brain activity and behavior, or the other way around.
Yeah, if it's like if it's a reaction of the person that is thought out or that is automatic.
Yeah, something like that. Exactly. And so that's gave me the kickoff, let's say, and then I started to apply these methods and to use this method myself. And that's where my interest in free will came from.
So